Online college management system project developed in ASP.NET C# and SQL Server. Once you buy this project, you will get this file, installation guide, project report, and synopsis. If you buy with email functionality, then you will get this project. Otherwise, you will get the normal project. And there is a database script file. Okay, so I am using Windows 10 and Visual Studio 2017 and SQL Server 2014. You can use any version of Windows and SQL and Visual Studio. First, we will configure our database. So for that, you need to first start your SQL Server 2014 or 2017, 19, whichever you have, Management Studio. So I'll go SQL Server 2014, then Management Studio. So before that, you have to download and install SQL Server Express Edition and Management Studio. First, I will connect to the database and I will create a new database. You give the database name and click on OK. So it will create a new database, eCollege Web. So there is no table is there, it is only blank database. So I will click on new query and open that database script file. So you can just open this path, copy this path and click on file, open file. Here's the path and select the database script file, open. So it will have all the create table statement and insert statement. Okay, so you have to just run this script. So it will create all the tables with sample records. So once this is done, you have to open the project. So I'll use that email functionality. So I'll just copy this path. And first start the Visual Studio 2017. Click on File, Open Website. Paste the source folder path. Here you have to first change the database connection. So you just go to a web config file. Here you have to change that data source name. I already give that same database name. So in your system it may be different. So you just go your SQL Server, database, right click, properties, and you will get the database name here, RMS. Whatever in your system, you have to just copy and you have to paste here. And save this. For email functionality, you have to first create one Gmail account. Okay, so you just create a new Gmail account. Okay, then you have to, we'll show you how to create that one. So you know how to create Gmail account. Once Gmail account is created, you have to just go to settings and allow the access to less secure app. So I've created one email ID on this one. So create a new separate email ID for that and go to settings. Don't use secure authentication like double factor, dual factor authentication. So then the email functionality will not work. You have to click on settings, see all settings. Once you created your email ID, then you have to go accounts, settings, Gmail. You just open the Gmail, then click on settings. Then you will get the option accounts and imports. Then you will get other Google account settings. Here you will get security tab is there. Just click here, you will get one option called less secure app access. Okay, so by default it will be off. You have to on it. Okay, so I already on it. So if it is off, then email will not work. So you have to click and give it as the on. So here is option is on and off. So you have to just click on on. Okay, so these settings you have to do. Okay, so once it is done and your config file change also done, you have to set your default.asp startup page. Okay. And change, save all the changes you have made, close all the files, and you run your project. There is a two type of user in this application. One is employee and one is student. So employee have all the access, student have limited access. I will just first create as an employee. So that default user ID is 101, password is 1. So all the option is because he is admin user, so all option is there. So I will create a new student first. Add a new student. So student ID I have to give. Date of admission I have to give. Address I will give Mumbai. Semester 1. City Mumbai. Number 1. Pin code. Email value. Phone number. So student is added. So if you click on student list, the student will show. So new student is created Oniket M. Yes. If you want to change anything, you can go to edit and you can change here. Okay, so there is a first we have to create a student. Then there is a employee master is there. So you can add a new employee also here. So you want to add an employee, you can add a new employee here also. Now courses. So this is the courses is added. Suppose I want to add a or edit any change. So I want to change the fees or anything. Or I can filter also like I want to say only BCA. BCA is not there. MCA is there. So it is filtered like this. You want to edit, you can edit it. Fees, you can change the fees. So new fees updated. Library book, all book are there. Suppose I want to issue a book to a particular student. So I'll first have to search the library book ID, the ISBN ID. So I need to have that ID. Library transaction. The book details. Student, I have added a new student. So there is no book available for this particular student. Okay, so I can issue this book. So I will click on issued. Book issue successfully. Suppose next time if you come or if you type a student ID, so it will show like this book is there for this particular student and what is the issue date. So now you can receive this book also. Suppose you want to receive these books, so you have to just type the student code, then get the details, and you have to click on book details. You have to say received remark. Book details is already displayed. Received book. Book received success. Next time if you click, so it will show no book is pending. Now there is a suppose you want to add a new examination. Okay, suppose this examination is already there. I want to add a new examination. Add new examination. So I will give the examination ID. So 106 works only 5. So exam date, we have to give that year first, then 12, 5, exam name, final, this one. Semester 1. So you have to add a new exam. There is no means you have to give a test for subject wise. I'll give you a subject wise computer, or say Java. Total marks 700. Passing marks 50. Exam time. So new exam is added, and Java programming. Okay. Now you have to enter the marks for this exam. So you will click on marks. Exam ID 5. Okay, so student, the two student is there for MCA. One is Aniket and one is Anil. So I'll set Aniket, get details. So I'll give the 80 as the marks, submit. Now this Anil get details. So I'll give 45, submit. Now once this exam is added or marks is entered, you can view the result. Click on result, so you know the ID, get result. So it will show how many student is giving the exam and what is the marks for this particular subject. Now there is an option called email. So if you click on email, then this result, this particular exam and the result will mail to that student ID, student email ID. So Aniket, I have give that email ID. So I'll just check there. So I'll click on send email. It will take some time to connect and send the email. For this, you have to have the data internet connection also in your PC. And I already told you have to create one Gmail ID and some setting you have to done. That less secure access you have to on. So that if you now I have given the info at Readymade. This is my email ID. So this result is coming from this on Aditya Maitri, and like whatever marks I have entered and what is the pass, what is the exam ability is coming. And second student email ID, what is that email ID? I have to check. I can go to my project student, the same student Anil. His email ID is this one. So you have to check this email ID. So you go Reddit mail. Whatever email ID you have to check there. This email is final exam is coming. And he's failed because he passing marks is 50, but he got only 45. So once the exam is marks is entered, user that employee can should means employee can trigger the email. Yeah. So I'll show the result part. Now this employee, suppose there is a salary is there, means so for that you have to calculate salary. So to calculate salary, you have to first mark the present and absent. Suppose I want to calculate for this current month January. So 2021 employee, get details. So I want to give a 1 day absent of this month. Also Aditya, I want to give 5 days absent. Another student, other employee, I don't have any absent days. I will not enter anything. Okay. Now there is a call employee salary calculate salary. So you have to select that month and year, get salary. So how many days absent? Based on that, it is calculated all the net salary, everything, and it is saved in the database. So now after that, you can generate the pay slip. Again, you have to go to month and year, get pay slip. So it will display the employee code name, what is the total gross deduction, what is the net salary, everything. So this details is coming in employee master. So, this basic HRA you can edit, change here. So I will give a 15,000 basic, submit, and again I can calculate the salary. Have to recalculate because it is already calculated. So it is the new changes is coming because we have given the one that's absent. That's why it is basic is less. Yes, once you calculate, then you can generate the pay slip. The new pay slip will come. Sorry. Then there is upload material. Suppose teacher can upload some document or some content to the student. Okay, so I'll update one. So that say earlier project list MCA description. We have to select the file. You can select any type of file. I will select desktop and the project list of project topic. Submit. So it will upload in the server. Next time when student is login and if student is particular for that course, MCA course, then this data will show. In this particular he can download material link in this. This will come and he once you click, it will download and you can view that document whatever is uploaded. Now there is another option is log request. Suppose student have any doubt or anything, he can log a request on that. And admin user, any employee also can update that request, and that can be marks like suppose I want to do some leave request. So I'll type the leave request, leave for 5 days or whatever, duplicate mark sheets. I need duplicate mark sheet or some student mark sheet required for student days. So ID is 13 created because I have login as admin, so all option is coming in mind. So once you have to allocate the request, this is a new request required for student Ajay. So it will show when it is created, what is that current status. So now you can allocate this task to some person. Allocate to whom? Allocate to Sunil. So Sunil will do that and he can close that case. Allocate. Now update request. So once we allocate something, that will visible to his ID. Like once Sunil login, Sunil can view that request. Now there is a fees option is there. So I want to take a fees for certain students, a new student 5110. So what is the fees I have to take? Because MCI I give 7500. Click on submit. So new record is created. Date timestamp. So this is that employee part. So I log in and I will log in as a new student. So I have created new student. So I'll just check his user ID and password. So I have created this one 110 Aniket M. So by default password is coming like this 110 at the rate on. First is the employee code, then at the rate, then first three letter of that particular user, particular student. So I have to log in as a, I have to type student code first. It will log out 110 and then the password. You can copy and paste also the password, and you can change the password later on. By default password, once you new user create a new student, so this is the employee code at the rate, first three letter of his name. So on student login, he will view only this menu. Student can view other student details also, this much only. He cannot edit or he cannot add new student, but he can view and you can search other student details. You can view the name, mobile number, contact details. Library book, he cannot edit anything, but he can view that whatever book is available, he can view, and he can update also. So it's not update, he can just search and filter. The download material result, he can view his result only. So only if he know the exam ID, get result, he can view only his particular result, not other student result. Then he can click on download material. So he can view all the uploaded material by the teacher, and you can view and you can download that document or read the document. In log request, so if you want something, so you want duplicate page receipt, duplicate, I want page receipt, or whatever, you can log a request. So his ID view request, it will show request type. It is open because nobody is action, only employee can view and he can take action on this. So student have limited access, read-only access, and he can view the result. But employee have all the option. So once you buy it, you will get all the these files. This project report, installation guide, database. So what you have to do, you have to just follow the instruction. What I have done, you have to just first you have to create the database by using the database script file. Then you have to use this folder, source code folder, and open as a website in your project in your Visual Studio, whatever version you have. And you have to create one Gmail ID. Gmail ID you have to create, and then you have to apply less secure app access to generate the mail. Okay, so and that your mail details, there is a class file is that cls app code cls email.cs. Okay, here this email ID, whatever new email ID you have created, you have to do add here, change here, and you have to give the password. What is the Gmail password? Okay, from this Gmail ID, the mail will shoot. So this is my email ID. So once you receive this project, you have to change these two things. Okay, to send the email. So this is the project, and you can run it Windows 7, Windows 10. I am using Windows 10. So any version you can configure it.